Welcome back, friends. Last guy here. It's time for the vlog. Why have we not had a vlog in a while? Because I've been playing Kirby too much, and also work. So, finished Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Really fun. Did 100%. Tomorrow, a new podcast episode is going to go out where I just gush about how great the game was. It's going to be like 40 minutes. It's going to be great. That's a new podcast episode. And then Kirby Superstar podcast will come out eventually. The fifth part, which is the last one. I'm going to do a bonus eventually. And then there's also going to do a review for Kirby and Forgotten Land eventually with the podcast in the future. Late April, early May is the plan. Kirby stuff, that's just was a really good game. Really good. It's definitely probably my top 3. I really think it's up there. I don't know if it's my number 1, but it's really, really good. I'm very satisfied with this game. It's like a 20-30 hour game, and I had so much enjoyment with this Kirby game. Elden Ring, I put about 70 hours into it. I enjoy Elden Ring a lot, but there's some really good epic moments in Elden Ring, but overall, I'm more satisfied with my playthrough of Kirby than I have been with Elden Ring. But Elden Ring still got a lot more to go. I've enjoyed it a lot. It's just, there's something to be said for having just a well-curated experience. Because Dark Souls 3 was just so many memorable moments for sure, while Elden Ring's just been a lot of just fun moments and some memorable stuff that would have been the same if they just made Elden Ring another linear game. Like Radahn, like the main shard bearers are great fights. Like Radahn's an amazing fight. Renala's a really cool fight with that second half. Margit was cool. Godfrey's, was it Godric? Godfrey? Forget his name right now. The stitched together guy. Heck of a fight, that one. The snake boss, holy crap, that snake boss is an interesting experience. Like, the major bosses are really fun, and then the minor bosses, they're interesting, or kind of fun, or cool, or they're just there. The cat bosses, like, those are just there. Those cat bosses are nothing special. Or they just make a regular enemy a boss, which is funny. It's just a really strong regular enemy. And all of them are like that. They're just the Crucible Knight. Just basically Crucible Knight. Every version of the Crucible Knight is a boss fight, even when it's just a regular Crucible Knight. Because they're so hard to deal with. Real quick political rant. Am I fuzzy? I'm fuzzy. I gotta cover this for a minute. So real quick political rant has got to be what's going on with Katanji. And that is just all the bullcrap around that. This should have been a bipartisan, like majorly bipartisan vote for her. Because what does it say to the black Republicans? Like, yeah, we really didn't want her. We really didn't want this highly qualified judge to be SCOTUS. We didn't want that. Like, what are you saying with that bullcrap? I am getting tired of the whole purpose of my party is that it's not the other party. I'm really tired of that bullcrap. It's not great. It's terribly stupid, and we're screwed because I talk to regular people all the time, and they're all convinced that the Republicans are correct and the Democrats are wrong, and it's just very frustrating. Like, I talk to truckers, and I talk to just regular people, and I don't know how the hell misinformation has such a strong hold over them, but it does. So many people are convinced that the Democrats just have all the power and all the control. If that was true, then Trump never would have been in power, guys. That never would have happened. If that was true, we would not have this 50-50 split. I don't know how you can act like Democrats have all this power when they're pretty toothless. They've been very toothless in a lot of times, in a lot of ways. If they weren't toothless, we would have had the entire Build Back Better bill. Like, I don't understand how you can think Democrats just are the elites. There's a lot of money going into both parties, and that's the thing that really annoys me is somehow we don't have a class warfare going on when we really should, because it really is just the rich squeezing out the poor. That's all it really is happening here, but we don't have that because racism's stronger than class warfare, apparently. Also, misinformation is way stronger than class warfare, apparently. It's really crazy. Also, apparently we're still going over abortion up in this place. Abortion, all this bullcrap. The abortion stuff is just punishing the poor and not the rich. Because Texas did their bullcrap, and the rich, or just higher middle class, just went to other states to do it. They just go to other states. That's it. And they're not all freaking on the left. No, they're not. Bullshit. While the poor are stuck, they just have to stay in Texas and risk more not conventional ways to abort, or they just have the baby, and that baby's just going to be hated. That's very sad. Or a new one, which surprised me, is the baby be gone pills. So people just order off, like, was it Amazon and eBay? You can just order baby be gone, which surprised me. I didn't know you could just do that, and that's okay. So people just ordering pills to do it as well. And so that's what's happening, is legislation's trying to happen where you can't order in pills to do your abortion. That's also happening as well. And there's a lot of states for all that stuff. But here's the thing. The obvious thing. Even if a state went, you can't go to another state to do abortions, people with the money are just going to secretly do it. They can secretly hire doctors to do it. It ain't that hard. You got the money, you can do that bullshit. Every time, the real people who suffer are the ones who can't just afford to subvert the law. That's how it always is. And it's always frustrating, and it just never puts a dent when you have Republicans who are all for whatever thing, and then they do the opposite of that thing. Like, they're secretly for that thing, or just for themselves for that thing. It's really weird, all that anti-gay shit, and then you keep getting, like, gay Republicans happening. It's really weird, all this anti-abortion bullshit, and then you have them having their mistresses having abortions. Like, this has happened. It's really frustrating how they, like, family values and all that crap, but then they go and have mistresses and all that shit. Like, come on. It's very frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. So real quick, what is my why this time? The why is, why am I tired? And there's different versions of reasons for it. One is, why am I tired? One is, I cannot sleep more than 7 hours. I try to sleep 8, maybe even more. I just cannot pull it off. Another is because of my back issues. Because of my back issues, sometimes I'm in just too much pain or discomfort to just sleep easily, which is very frustrating. I hate that a lot. Another reason is, it's just, I've worked all freaking day. I can't just go to sleep. I need to, like, unpack. Basically, mentally. I need to just de-stress a bit first. So I end up, like, needing to read or just do something that is not work or sleep. And then I sleep, but I suffer for that because, well, now I'm tired and I'm at work, and it just sucks. It totally sucks. Why am I tired? These are the things. And then why else am I tired? Because ADHD. Sometimes I'm too distracted by other things to actually sleep. And then I end up just not getting enough sleep. I end up getting like 6 or 6.5. Like, I can still function and I can still work with 6 hours of sleep. I just know I am way better and way smarter at 7 hours or even 8 hours. I'm way better at 8 hours, but it's really hard for me to get to 8 hours. I just can't do anything to change that. So what can I do to do better on that? Just exploring it. What can I do to do better on that? Tried sleeping pills. It sometimes is not sleeping pills. I've tried melanin. That's the wrong thing. Melatonin. I've tried melatonin, and it's worked a few times. I forget I can try Benadryl. I forgot I bought some Benadryl so I can do it that way, but I'm kind of iffy on just taking allergy pills to go to sleep. That's weird. But it's a thing some people do. Like, ZzzQuil is just Benadryl, by the way, if you didn't know that. That's all ZzzQuil is. Or certain sleeping pills are just Benadryl. They can just BS that. It's funny they can do that. What else can I do? Is like, well, you see this black curtain here. Like, this is to keep all the light out. And then I cover as much LEDs as I can. We have an addiction to LEDs. Humanity does. It's ridiculous. Like, not everything needs a freaking light on at all times. So I cover them all up so that there's no light bothering me at all. Because the light does affect your body. It affects how your body reacts to things. It's the same thing with plants, by the way. Real quick. Certain plants, how they do their growth cycles is affected by the sunlight. Or just light in general. So in the middle of the night, depending on what plant you're dealing with, you can turn on the light for like a minute and turn it back off, and this will affect the plant's growth cycle. Saying it like maybe you want to keep it dormant for a little longer. you would just flash on the light really quick and turn it back off, or does it make it ripen a little faster? I forget. It depends on the plant. Some plants are more like they grow in dark, which is interesting, while other ones they grow in light, of course. So you would do this to kick off their chemical reactions, and that will affect the plant positively or negatively in whatever you're looking for. The same thing happens to humans, where light does affect our hormones. Like light touching our skin does affect our hormones. So it's interesting in that way. So those are things I've tried, or I'm trying. But sometimes there's nothing you can do about this. And it just depends on the person. Like there's people who they can nod off instantly. And I'm starting to wonder if that's an introvert-extrovert kind of thing. So what they found is when you put an introvert or an extrovert into a deprivation chamber where they don't have any senses, the thing is like, okay, so who would be more comfortable in these things? And what they found was the opposite of what they thought. They thought introverts would be able to handle a deprivation tank better than an extrovert. What they found was the opposite. Extroverts could handle it better than introverts could. And the reasoning behind that was what they found was, I'm gonna get this wrong if I don't say it correctly. Stimulus for introverts is reliant on the outside, while stimulus for extroverts is reliant on the inside, which I find very interesting. Like, extroverts are able to be just... I'm just trying to find the right word here. They're just able to deal in that situation, while introverts don't have it as easy. Which is such an interesting thing, because we would assume it'd be the opposite. But it's not. So weird. So yeah, that's why I'm tired. And I'm going to be even more tired because, oh my god, they're shipping me off to another plant, which is very frustrating. And this other plant is a 2-hour commute. And they need someone to fill a bunch of shifts, graves, swings, morning shifts. And so it's going to be a lot of overtime. I'm going to make a lot of money, but I'm going to have very crap sleep. My sleep schedule is going to be completely effed. And we're going to see that reflected, I'm sure, in everything. I'm going to be much more miserable. And that's going to just affect everything. So we'll see how that goes. So there might be another why am I tired in the future, where you're like, the job just put me in a crappy spot. Now, what are the solutions to that going to be? Getting a different job somewhere else? Moving closer to the job? Saying screw you guys, I'm not doing any more overtime. That's another thing I can do, but they need people to do overtime. That's the reason why they're shipping me up there. But it's so frustrating. Like, it's an hour and a, oh god. So 2 hours, 2.5, maybe 3 hours altogether every day. Because I'm going to be in traffic going to work and going home. Every time. That's what's going to happen to me. That's very frustrating. Like, the drive itself is a 50-minute drive without traffic. With traffic, it can double. That's why I say like 2 to 3 hours is my commute altogether. And then gas? I'm in California. I'm paying $6 a gallon. I'm going to pay $400 a month because of this transfer they're putting on me. Well, right now I'm only paying like $70 a week. I mean, $70 a month. $70 a month is how much I pay for gas right now. Because I'm so close to work right now. I live right next to work. This new one is like, it's way the freaking hell over there. It's just so frustrating. And so it's lit a bit of an annoyance in me where I'm just going to get out of this job as quick as I can. I'm going to try to promote out, of course. And failing that, I'm just going to go to a different place. Like, if things don't go a way I like, I'm just going to get out of this. And they're going to be screwed because they're going to be down even one more person. And they'll have done it to themselves. They put themselves in this bad spot. They put themselves in a bad spot over the course of years. And that's why we have so few people, and that's why we're so burnt out. And they're going to have even less people, as far as I'm concerned, unless I am able to promote to a higher position within where I'm at. so I can go back to where I want to be. Or I just say screw it and just leave. I'm being really vague because I don't want to completely throw my job under the bus here. But I am definitely really annoyed with him right now. And that's enough of this. That's enough for this. That's the vlog. We'll see what happens. Next vlog, I don't know. I'll see what that why will be, but that's it for now. I have fun. Hope you have fun watching. That's what's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time. And if you do watch the streams, they're going to be at a different time. Because my schedule's going to be all over the place, so we'll see. See ya.